couple of blocks farther south and east, the federal courthouse. Our Jermont Terry is standing by. He has spoken with the attorney for the Hamilton family. Jermont?
Yes, Mike, the Hamilton family, along with the attorney, will speak momentarily, supposedly around noon. I just had a chance to talk to the attorney after his first interview, after hearing what the DA's decision was to not charge. Let's take a listen to that interview as we just got it in about 2 minutes ago. Can you just talk about your reaction to the decision not to charge? Are you at all shocked or saddened by this?
Well, I'm certainly saddened. I'm not completely sure I'm shocked. I'm disappointed. But it is a decision that has been a long time coming, and I guess for the family standpoint, even though it's not the decision they want, I guess I'm glad for them. At least they have a decision at this point.
You've obviously had the opportunity to talk to the family this morning. What was the family's initial reaction to this decision when they heard?
Very, very upset. Again, I think, they were somewhat expecting it, but certainly the shock of finally hearing it from me, it was emotional. It was very difficult for them.
All along, you and your clients have been raising questions about the number of shots fired, 14 shots, Officer Manny emptying his clip. Today, the DA pointed out that those shots all came in less than 3 seconds. Does that offer some type of explanation for you and your client?
No, again, the law is that he has a right, meaning former Officer Manny, to stop the threat. I guess I still have the concern as to what the threat was that justified him using 14 shots and emptying that clip. We're still not clear as to who was doing what at what point. Again, there are obviously injuries to Dontre Hamilton's head and face, and we're concerned that obviously he was being struck with the baton, and then if it was unreasonable force, he may have very well have had a right to defend himself.
Was there anything that the DA pointed out today that simply shocked you, that said, okay, I didn't know about that? I know you guys were looking for much information, but was there anything alarming to you?
I haven't had an opportunity to review everything yet. It's been a busy morning, as one would imagine, so we'll still have an opportunity to continue to do that, and I'll have probably a better ability to respond to that at a later time.
My final question to you as you head to the federal courthouse, we know that you guys are obviously looking for the federal government to get involved. How significant is that, and is that the next step?
That is. I've been in contact with the U.S. Attorney's Office today. Have requested formally that they contact the Department of Justice in Washington and ask that investigation be conducted, and my understanding that's in the process of being communicated. And that was us interviewing attorney John Safran, the family's attorney, the Hamilton family attorney. Again, they are expected to speak around noon here outside the federal courthouse. As you heard in that interview, they are also asking for the federal government to get involved. Mayor Barrett, in the news conference that he just held, gave indication that potentially U.S. Attorney Jim Santel will make some type of statement about where he will go, whether or not he will get involved in this in just a few, potentially this afternoon. But again, the Hamilton family, of course, not pleased with the decision. They did not want to meet with the DA Chisholm this morning after learning of the decision to not charge Officer Manny in this case. So at this particular point, we know that the family is calling for the federal government to get involved, hence why they're meeting here on the federal courthouse steps in less than 10 minutes from now. We know that they will be joined by Nate Hamilton, Marie Hamilton, and the Hamilton family, along with members of the NAACP. We'll most definitely be here and carry this for you live as we continue our coverage. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, Jermont, thank you for that analysis and for your interrogation of Attorney Safran. Asked some pointed questions that needed to be asked, and we got the answers I think we expected to get, reasonable answers from John Safran. He seemed to be in a hurry to move on. I'm sure he had a very busy day, but Jermont stayed right with him. So.